Hey there, everyone, and welcome to, I assume, would be the final episode of Banjo-Kazooie Nostalgia 64. And we are back in the Diddy Kong Racing level, which, by the way, I think that I should clarify something. Alright, so I think that there are specific different names for each of the levels here. Okay, so for starters, we have Yoshi's Story, which, of course, was the Yoshi's Story cartridge that we entered at the beginning of the game. That was the replacement to Spiral Mountain. And then there's the Extra Jiggies, which is pretty much just the name that is given to the... what was it? The Hub World. Basically, the Hub World was just called Extra Jiggies, but it's quite clear that what Mark Kirko actually meant is that this just shows a view totals of the extra Jiggies in the game outside of the main ones that we had collected. Although what's strange is that it says 10 out of 9, even though we had collected plenty of Jiggies from the Dinosaur Planet section. So I would assume that it would say more than 10. Oh, Juan's Fortress, 10 out of 9. Were the Jiggies that were found in the Dinosaur Planet section just 10th Jiggies from each of the levels? Okay, so anyway, Juan's Fortress is pretty much the replacement to Mumbo's Mountain, which was the first level in the game, even though it was the second one that we entered, and I think the second one that Mark had intended for us to enter. And then Bob-Omb Battlefield apparently is the replacement to Treasure Trove Cove, which was the second level of the game, even though I suspect that it was intended to be the first. Yeah, the way that these Rom-Hacks go is that sometimes, depending on what each level they are modified from, that pretty much means that if you don't have the levels be in the same order as they were originally, then the view totals will just show them out of order. And that's exactly what has happened here. And apparently this shows us that Conquer Windy, which is the level for Conquer's Bad Fur Day, apparently is the replacement to Clanker's Cavern. Which, let's see, I think that was actually the 8th level that we had entered, and also the 8th intended level. But according to the pause screen, it was the 3rd level, because it was replacing the 3rd level of the original game, Clanker's Cavern. And then Jolly Roger Bay apparently was modified from Bubble Gloop Swamp. It did have a lot of elements from Bubble Gloop Swamp, but it was the 3rd level that we entered, and I think the 3rd one that Mark intended for us to go into. And then here's GoldenEye, which apparently only shows 9 out of 9 Jiggies, and I'll discuss the circumstance about that in a moment. And apparently that was the replacement to Freezeezy Peak, but that was the 4th level that we had entered, but I think that was actually the 6th intended level. I just entered it because a lot of people voted for us to go into that level when I had made a poll asking whether we should enter that level, or Bomberman 64, or Diddy Kong Racing. And then Blue Resort, I think that's the Bomberman 64 level. That, according to this is the replacement to Gobi's Valley, which was the 6th level, but I think that was intended to be the 4th level for us to enter, but it was the 5th one that I actually entered, based on the polls. And then here's Greenwood Village, which is the current level that we are in. It was the replacement to Mad Monster Mansion, which was the 7th level in the game. Though I think that was intended to be the 5th level, based on Mark's intention, but it was the 6th one that we actually entered, because you guys voted for me to enter GoldenEye 007 and Bomberman 64 first. And then Donkey Kong Isle. Oh, I've just noticed that there is an empty honey piece that we did not collect. No, I don't think it really matters, because there are a lot more empty honey pieces in the game than what we actually need to get the max health, because there are 6 extra empty honey pieces that you can just skip over. I don't think there are any bonuses for collecting them all, because there's no point in collecting them all, because collecting the last 6 does absolutely nothing. So, Donkey Kong Isle. I think that was the replacement for Rusty Bucket Bay, which explains why the water constantly drained our health. And I think it may have actually been the 9th intended level, but it was the 7th one that we entered. And then Pokemon Island, that was the replacement to Click Clock Wood, and it was the 9th level that we entered, but I think it was intended to be the 7th level. And then, of course, we have this, that shows us the Triforce that we got at the end, and the 2 gold Nintendo eggs. Okay, so after going through that for about 6 minutes, I would not be surprised if you guys decided to skip over. I will provide a time code for skipping that part over if you just wanted to get to this section of the game. Honestly, I would not blame you if you decided to skip over that part because you wanted to see the action. Alright, so the reason why we are in this area is if you've watched the last episode, Mumbo showed us a picture that shows us some secrets, or a secret rather, and I think I actually recorded myself coming here before, but I didn't think to do this before. I mean, I did not, well, I did a recording before, because I was not sure what to expect here, and I assumed that you were supposed to beak bust on this part right here, which was what I did when I came here before. But that's actually not what you do when you come here. Now we are going to transform into Pipsy again, because this last bonus in the game requires us to be Pipsy. This was something that I eventually figured out when I discovered that I could not... Oh, I wonder what that could be about. I don't know if you guys heard it, but my phone made the ringtone. Now we are back here, and the ringtone was that my dad had just sent me a text asking if I had gotten some soda that was apparently on sale. And I actually have my phone right next to me, and he just sent me another text responding to the text that I had sent. But I don't think that it makes the sound if I actually have my phone with the screen on, rather than having it go black and making the sound that it makes when I get a new message. So I wasn't sure if you would hear it, but apparently you didn't, because I didn't hear it, and it's right next to me. Okay, so this right here is Pipsy Adventure. So what we're going to be doing is moving this way, and it says here, revisit every level in-game to find silver coin, invisible wall passage next to each one. Complete game to win the 100th Jiggy. Her. Yeah, this explains why one of the view totals said 9 out of 9 Jiggies instead of 10 out of 9 Jiggies, as the rest of the view totals did. Oh, I guess this is how far we can go. Oh, well, without further ado, let's get started. Now, it does make me wonder, did I actually fly through that before? Or was it gated off before? I'm not sure. So yeah, we are in the Jolly Roger Bay section of the game, and I know what to do now. Now, all throughout playing this game, I saw these Nintendo coins, and I wondered, what the heck are they for? And it turns out there are some invisible portals that lead to other sections of the game. Alright, so... Oh my goodness, I did not see that there. Oh, you know, I think that what happened was we had jumped out of that pipe. But I think it's one of those cases in which there are like two different... There's more than one way to get there, but the way that we came out of still only leads to one area. I just don't recall ever seeing a Nintendo coin anywhere around here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there was one inside of the pipe there? Maybe there was. Admittedly, I think this might actually be where that coin is. Oh, there it is! We found it! Alright, on to the next area, and it is Womp's Fortress. Wow. Wait, is that it? Well, it looks like the coin is up there, but I gotta find some way to get down there. And I think what I need to do is to jump all the way from up here to down there. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I can do it. I should be able to, because I'm pretty sure the Nintendo coin would not be there if it was not possible for me to reach it. Finally! Okay, so now we are in the Bomberman 64 area. Alright, so after looking it up, it turns out that we need to go in here. I did not think that we could get in here, but apparently we can. Oh, and there it is. Okay, hopefully the next one will be easier to find. Oh, we're back here. Let's have a race, have a race, have a race. Let's see who is the quickest. I just saw the train tracks and I just couldn't help but sing that.
5 minutes later.
Okay, well after looking it up, again, it turns out that it's actually in the water. I was certain that I recalled it being somewhere on land, but it is not on land. It's in the water. I never would have found this on my own, unless I was really lucky. Ah, here we are in the GoldenEye 007 level again. You know, it could just take me a long while. I think that I'm just going to go ahead and look up where it is. BRB. Okay, so after going through, or after watching through the guide video, I now know all of the different locations to get to the end. I stopped playing the guide video when we did get to the end, because I didn't want to see too much of what was at the end, and I wanted to avoid spoiling that part for myself. Yeah, pretty much, I don't think that really matters all that much anymore, because I've seen a lot of these areas already, so I think that's just fair for me to just look up where to go, so I don't have to spend so much time just wandering different locations, not knowing what to do. So, yeah, as you saw, we are now in the Conker's Bad Fur Day level again. I mean, this is a level I don't mind all that much, because I do like Conker's Bad Fur Day. But even so, I would probably rather not spend all day or all night trying to look for something, because I would get bored after a while of searching for something I don't even know where it is. Although I think I remember the Nintendo coin that I saw in this section of the game before. So I probably could have found this one on my own. So here we are in the DK Isles section. And we now need to go to the Banana Fairy Island. And now here we are in the Beta Jungle area. I probably should have jumped right there. Oh, not you again. You know, taking a look at this jungle section of the game kind of makes me think that this would make a very great racetrack. Like, I've not played any Diddy Kong Racing ROM hacks, in addition to any, or playing very much of Diddy Kong Racing in general. But I think I have seen some custom Diddy Kong Racing tracks, and I'm not sure if, well, I'm pretty sure that Mark Kirko has actually done some DKR ROM hacks. I think I've seen him import the Hyrule Field from Jiggies of Time. Not Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time, but Hyrule Field from Jiggies of Time. Like, the version of Hyrule Field that we see in Jiggies of Time. Yeah, he just imported that into Diddy Kong Racing. And I also wanted to take a look over here, because apparently there's this picture that shows Pipsy, a picture of Fire, and a picture of Banjo. And I do remember seeing that Nintendo coin. Okay, so let's see. Wallpaper and backgrounds. Well, I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm not entirely sure if I'd be interested in any wallpapers and backgrounds, though I'm not sure how I'd be able to get it anyway. Like, how do you exactly do that? Okay, so, yeah, apparently he's made this, this section here. This is the beach where Banjo and Kazooie and everyone is partying at the end of Banjo-Kazooie. So it's interesting how he made it be an actual area here. And there's that sign, "Well done, Banjo and Kazooie," from the closing cutscene of Banjo-Tooie. And now we go down here to collect the last Jiggy of the game. And there it is. Oh. That's kind of a... Okay, well, I'm not sure. So, yeah. Apparently... Wait, maybe there's actually a bit more to this. So, apparently, I did look it up, and there really is nothing else. This is pretty much everything. Although what's strange is that you saw that Mumbo said Nostalgia 65, but in the guide video I saw Nostalgia 64 Deluxe. So wait, does that mean that there's going to be a sequel to this game? I actually already had a sequel idea in mind. Since as a number of you guys probably remember from watching this Let's Play, and maybe realized it yourself when you played the game yourself, is that the way that this game works is very much like how Wreck-It Ralph works, where the various video game characters are able to visit each other's games. So I was thinking that maybe Mark Kirko could make a sequel in which he has the... well, pretty much has the levels be based on internet memes, or common things that the internet has been known for. Oh. Apparently I just walked... oh. Okay, so anytime I walk too far into the water, that means that's kind of creepy. So anyway, like various levels that are based on internet memes, he could probably do something like that. I mean, it is a good possibility. Alright, well, at this point, it just kind of seems like... well, it just seems like this is really the end for Banjo-Kazooie Nostalgia 64. So, I thank you guys all very much for watching this. And, well, next I'm going to get back to doing Ocarina of Time Randomizer. I haven't finished with that yet. But now that I have finished with this Let's Play, I suppose I could take a look at the video called 18 Facts and... oh wait, it's not 18 Facts, it's just Facts and Jokes. Yeah, because I wanted to avoid that until I finished the game myself to avoid spoilers. Alright, so, I guess now we wait for the sequel? Maybe? If there's gonna be a sequel? Or if that was just a joke? Like, is there gonna be an actual sequel, or was that just a joke? I don't know. But anyway, this is it. This is the very end. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next Let's Play, whatever I decide to do next. Or if you are watching the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Let's Play that I'm currently doing, I'll see you over there if you happen to be watching that. So, that's all for me for this game. I will see you in whatever game I play next. I also didn't notice until editing the previous episode that the shadow for Grunty changes to the shape of a Jiggy. I didn't bother to mention that in the post-commentary of the last video.